Hi, this is Jay Cross, and this is sort of a test video, off the cuff. But I'm hot under the collar about something, and I wanted to see if I can just express the message and get it done with, out of my system for a little while. And it's the notion of schooling. I was at an event a couple of days ago, which is very future oriented, and we're talking about the thrivability of the planet Earth and sustainability and the type of things you get into in the Bay Area when you're thinking long term. And I presented my work on real learning, suggesting that now that knowledge and work are inextricably intertwined, they're stuck together like the elements in the nucleus of an atom. You can't have one without the other because it's always new stuff coming. And we've got to be able to do things we couldn't do before. So we've got to learn on the fly. We've got to be, well, indeed, learning and working are the same damn thing. So I was talking about how we ought to improve the learning of folks by showing them what the Nobel scientists have found and what learning theorists have found, what brain science has found, where they can learn better. And you know, I think this is not just a world keeper, but sort of a prerequisite that we do better than we have before. And yet my message fell on dead ears. And I don't think it's because I'm that bad a speaker. Oh, the acoustics in the room are god awful. And it was the first time I presented the idea. But no, the problem is people hear schooling, and because we're all brainwashed for 16, 20 years, it's hard to separate learning from what went on there, which was partly a mission to control your thoughts, to pass on the sacred wisdom, to sort of keep the culture intact, and a whole lot of other things, some of which, you know, very well meaning, and they haven't changed a shitload since 2 centuries BC, when scholars were interpreting stories around the campfire, and this sort of became the model for, you know, the rabbi, the teacher, the respected authority passes on the secret knowledge to you. And somehow academia got this title, and they had the sacred knowledge and the good stuff and what you needed to know to join the elite. And they presented it, and you took it. And that was supposed to be a model of good learning, but good learning involves doing stuff, experiencing things. Not hearing about things, but doing shit. And again, I say I'm into real learning to help people acquire tacit knowledge, to become who they want to be, to know the best way to go about things, and to hold on to them and keep them in memory and keep focused and build up more knowledge and become an expert and work smarter and a whole lot of stuff. And yeah, I know people are back into thumb twiddling mode of, well, yeah, learning, mother pie, how about that one for Freudian? Apple pie and motherhood, and just, you know, sort of dull shit that you nodded assent when you were a child, but you don't realize that it's a very vital function now if you're going to, like, stay alive. And if you're going to grow intellectually. I mean, learning is how you become something different. It's how you deal with change. I just got back from a wonderful trip, and I was in Turkey and Greek islands, and I visited a town where Heraclitus came from. Now, Heraclitus, okay, it's esoteric, I know. But these are guys who said you can't step in the same river twice. And to me, it's why life is all beta, because the surround is always changing. Even if you try to be static, conditions around you change, and you're a part of that context. Well, school acts like you can step in the same river a whole lot of times. In fact, you can study it and take a test on what's the official word and things like that. To me, school, it's unliberating. You don't learn to ask questions, you learn to answer questions. You learn to be a pawn. God, whenever you've graduated from a certain tier of school, a bachelor's degree, a master's, a doctorate, whatever, you come out and then you say, how do I use this? Because it wasn't focused on reality. It was focused on this faux academic vision of stuff that's usually at least 1,000 years old and is not totally relevant to your current situation. Now, there are many, many exceptions to this, and there are many good schools. But I think, as a lot of people do, is flash, high school or college. How much trigonometry do I remember? 0. And why would I? It's not something that was relevant. Didn't need it, never practiced it. How about French 3? Well, French 3 is, damn, I can't remember the subjunctive anymore. And that's not good. But the thing is, the way it was taught, it wasn't reinforced. If you want to learn something, science tells you, you take it up one day, then you have a little, remembrance ceremony at the end of the day for a couple minutes, and then you take it up the next day. It's that 2-day combo, bang, bang, that cements it in memory. Do schools do this? Shit, no. And then a week later, you'd have just a minor mention, and a month later another, and you keep it alive that way. But, nobody did that when I studied English history. So kings and queens, I used to be able to recite them, but, don't ask me a Jeopardy question on that now, because I would fail. It's like all gone, because I didn't cement it in the first place, and I certainly haven't used it since. Well, the school's got many foibles, but the main thing is that even if school were appropriate for like children, which I question, but if it were, still it's not a model for somebody who's living their life in the 21st century, who wants to advance, who wants a nice career and a comfortable life, and to sort of understand what's going on and be on top of things and make sound decisions and help other people and show gratitude and just, being a human being. School doesn't prepare you for that. So when I say learning, please don't think schooling. Not schooling. I'm talking about something entirely different, about the way that we become who we are, the way that we reinforce our essence and fulfill ourselves. It ain't schooling. And that's the end of this video, so thanks. Bye-bye.